Hey guys, it's Housewife in Heels, and I am here with my latest hosiery video for you. So if you remember my last one, I did a fishnets video, and I tried a brand called Emilio Cavallini, and I was not that enthused with his fishnets because it didn't quite read as a fishnet on film, and I thought the quality was kind of eh, but on this channel, I like to be able to give brands a second try rather than trying them out once and just saying forget it. I like to sort of give them a chance to redeem themselves or just try out maybe a different style from that brand or something to just try and give them a fair shake, you know? So I went looking online, seeing what else was available that was just a straight up either tight, just a regular pair of tights, or something that was a fishnet. And I found one pair of tights that I thought just happened to look kind of neat, and I found another pair that was a mixture of a tight and it had a little bit of fishnet to give it just sort of a different design, something a little bit unusual. So I figured you guys would have fun checking them out with me, and I'll have fun telling you what I think. So I'll go ahead and get into it and do what I usually do. This is the first pair. These are a 30 denier. So they are very sheer, but you can clearly tell they have sort of like this ribbon detailing, which I just thought looked neat and a little bit different rather than just showing the same kind of plain tights over and over again. Just something to have a little bit of fun with. So I'll go ahead and open this. And let's see. These are packaged quite nice. Ooh, they actually thought about it and they slide right out. So that's convenient for me. I don't have to go fighting it. And here we go. We have perhaps the teensiest little bit of a shaperwear garment, but not really. There's nothing to suggest on the package that there's shaperwear, which I like because I feel I don't need it. I know other people feel differently, but that's my personal opinion. And you could definitely see as I run my hand down the leg of it that there is definitely a denier difference between the 30 denier and the actual ribbony sort of design. I'm not sure what to call this design, perhaps a checkered one. Now I like to check the reinforced toe if there is one, because I say it in every video, it's a pet peeve of mine to be able to see a reinforced toe. I don't like seeing a line popping out of whatever shoe that I happen to be wearing that day. And from what I can see, I can't see anything to the naked eye as I mess with it, but I can feel that there's one there. That element of design is something that I appreciate because I don't want my toes poking out and punching holes in my tights, but at the same time I don't want the visual indicator, especially when I wear very low cut shoes all the time. So these definitely feel like they're a high quality. They have a nice little bit of stretch to them. They look like they're going to be fairly easy to get on and off. So far so good. So far I'm actually excited for that pair. So I'll go ahead and get that stuff out of the way and we'll get into the next one. So these ones are meant to mimic sort of those really long socks, like those socks that you wear in sportswear. And I just thought that was neat. And my husband is wild about sports, so this is kind of like my little homage to him since it's meant to mimic that sort of thing. So he thought it was neat, and I didn't mind trying it out. These are an 80 denier. So from the thigh down, it's going to be almost completely opaque, which I don't mind from time to time, especially if it's got a neat little design meant to make it look more like a sock than clear tights. So there is definitely, from what I can tell, no shaperwear here at all. Fine by me. And okay, so there's barely any sort of fishnet design at all. It does strike me as similar to the last pair of fishnets I got from this brand, where you can't hardly see it. I'm not sure how well my hand in there is going to pick up on camera, stretching the material out. And it is sort of doing that thing where it has such a fine sort of knit in between the actual netting of the fishnet that I fear it may not show up very well. So hopefully there will just be enough contrast between such a thick denier that I can feel and the actual leg of it versus the fishnet design aspect. And just like the pair before, there is no visible reinforced toe, but there is definitely one there. There's a difference in how thick the material is in comparison to the leg and the toe. So once again, that is nice. I appreciate that. I will go ahead and throw these both on for you. And of course, I will tell you what I think. So I will see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so I am here with the pair that is meant to look like socks. And as you can see, they do show up when they actually are on the leg, but they're not anything that really screams there are socks or they're meant to look like socks due to this extra fabric that's in the actual netting, which I don't care that this brand does that to a fishnet. I think they should just allow a fishnet to be a fishnet. I'm not sure if they do that as a means of protecting the material from tearing or something, but for me, it detracts from the visual impact that a fishnet can have. If I'm going to be wearing a fishnet, I want it to scream fishnet. I don't want it to just kind of say, hi, I'm a fishnet. So overall, the design I'm not too wild about, but the comfort and the rest of it, from probably like design down, I am very happy with. I think they're very soft, they're comfortable. The feel sort of reminds me of my Wolfords, and these are in 80 deniers, so there's definitely a lot closer of a knit happening than in a 50 denier to create that sort of opaque look that we have here. And from there down, I'm happy. So if I were just looking for a pair of tights that were sort of Wolford quality without having to pay a Wolford price, then I would probably recommend these. But anything fishnet at this point, no. So hopefully the next pair will look a lot better, but definitely feel as comfortable on the leg as these. So I'll see you in the next pair. Alright guys, so now I am in the second pair of tights that I have, and these are the more so just regular pair of tights with a little bit of design aspect to them. No fishnet or anything really like that happening here, just a simple 30 denier, and then they went and decided to create perhaps an 80 to 90 denier for these little sort of ribbons that they wanted to make on them, and I think they turned out very fun and whimsical, and overall they feel pretty good on the leg. Let's say if I wanted to dress up a little bit and be a little bit more fun and different with an outfit, then these are definitely something that I would gravitate towards. So I decided to show them off with some blades because blades are definitely a statement-making shoe on their own, so I figured that those would make a good pair rather than just showing them off with my Eurizas, which we know I love, but I tend to like a higher heel sometimes, so this is no exception. So I'll go ahead and stand up so you guys can actually see how they look on the leg. It was pointless with the last pair because the dress was longer than where the design actually happens, so the last pair was meant for a much shorter skirt, which I do not own, so these ones you can definitely see it on without any sort of issues, so that's something else that I really should have pointed out in my spiel about the last pair, is that the design is so high up on the leg that unless you're wearing a very, very short skirt or a pair of shorts in general, you're just not going to see it. This, I'm happy you could see it throughout the entirety of the leg. And these are quite comfortable, so I can just go ahead and show you how they look in the most notoriously uncomfortable shoe on the planet, but that I can never get enough of, the So-Kate. I know everyone likes seeing a So-Kate, and I also like showing that there is a reinforced toe box without it actually being visible. So that is very nice, especially in a pair of tights that are very design focused. So there they are. And we know So-Kates go great with everything. It doesn't matter how they look, the design, the color even. Like, they go with everything. And these are definitely no exception, but overall I like Emilio Cavallini tights. I do not care for their fishnets. So I'm not really going to go out of my way to go and get this brand again, but if I happen to come across them again or see a really good deal that I just can't pass up, then maybe I would consider it. But paying full price, no, I would not. Especially not the shipping that I had to pay on these. So other than that, I think that will about do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye!